return to the Union. He didn't want to see secession. That's why his initial stance was to make sure that we preserve the Union, that we wouldn't expand on slavery. It's been shown, stories have argued that personally Lincoln hated slavery, but he wasn't willing to kind of do anything about it when he took office other than kind of containing it where it was, not expanding. He was trying to keep the Union intact, so he wasn't trying to infuriate southern states, which by the nature of his presidency and by the nature of kind of where the country was at the time was kind of happening anyways, so. Again, okay, so, right, so we're partnered up, pairs of two, with your table groups. First person is the reader, second person is the listener. So the person A that's reading, read these two paragraphs here, use good language, use clear language, speak clearly, speak loudly, make sure your partner's understanding what you're saying.
I'm going to read these
Okay.
paragraphs. After you're done summarizing, you'll read these.
Yep. Okay, so, and then we're gonna switch, all right? So we'll give you about 10 minutes to do this, and then we'll flip the group, okay?
We'll be writing it.
Yeah, so you'll listen to your partner, they'll read you
You only read
these two paragraphs, and then you kind of visualize it in your mind and hear things, and then just write bullet points about like the main ideas you're taking away from that.
My country, any of one and all, accomplished which you will never take deliberately. Subject. The object will be frustrated by different time, but no if there can be frustrated by it. Subject to as are now to be which will never change. The object will be frustrated by different time, but no good object will be frustrated by it. Such a view are
If it were
now dissatisfied.
If it would
Still
admit that
have
you
the old constitution unimpaired.
dissatisfied, hold the right side in the dispute. There still is no good reason for.
To adjust the testing of all of you.
I We are not
In your hands are dissatisfied. We must not and not in mine. Is the marquis
the mystic words of the
word every man will not show a sacred have your own fear to not be yourself.
on the census point.
You have no registered in heaven to destruction. Why shall Solomon 1? By the better
Can you tell me?
No. We can go back over the
Okay. Because no, I can't read while you're reading.
I'll only. Things just kind of say that the people in the South believe that there's danger in their property and peace and prosperity, but that he has always stated that there is none in my countrymen that he puts that he has already said that there's no danger to.
Alright, hearing some really good bullet points, some really good summaries, so. Alright, let's take a few minutes to talk about this as a class. Alright, does anybody or any group want to volunteer kind of maybe a few of their bullet points or their summary?
I said Abraham Lincoln is trying to speak to the whole nation, and he's trying to say that he understands that many are dissatisfied with the Constitution, and he's trying to explain to the Southerners that there is still a hope, because like God has not forsaken them yet, and he's also saying that if he's not gonna like attack them, but if they like try and make any conflict first, then he will defend.
Yeah, that's a really, really good summary. So that kind of encapsulates a little bit of what we were talking about earlier, right? Where his main focus was to preserve the Union at all costs, right? He didn't want to start a war, he didn't want to be the aggressor in the war, but if he was attacked, like they were at Fort Sumter, right, that he might respond. Anybody else?